Hello and welcome back to my channel, King Devine Tarot. And today I will be doing a collective reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Okay, hopefully we can get some messages about that karmic and see what that bitch is up to. But other than that, let's get straight into it, okay? Oh my goodness, I fucking missed you guys. Excuse the language. I know it's been a couple days, um, but oh my, jeez, Louise. Okay, so after that whole ordeal, of course, you guys know after that crazy shuffle, I had to cut the video. These are the cards that flew out of the shuffle. As you guys can see, I'm still mid shuffle. The first card is the Hangman, which is water energy. So you're looking at Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You want to ask yourself, what must I analyze or sacrifice? Now, remind you, this Hangman is in reverse. Okay? So that means I feel like for a lot of you, you know what you need to analyze and you're not doing it. I feel like you're kind of postponing the decision. Um, and also don't forget that I'm still going to do the reading. I just want to touch on these messages real quick because it's crazy how they flew out. Like when I tell you I had to go under the bed, on the side, use a stick just to get out. I feel like for a lot of you too, you're going through crazy obstacles to make something happen. It's like you're bending backwards, turning to the left and the right at the same time. It's like you're playing Twister. Your next card is the Hierophant. Now, when you see the Hierophant, okay, you want to pretty much ask yourself, what can I communicate and in which media and ideas should I use? So I feel like for a lot of you, you're going through obstacles with somebody, and the reason why you're not making the decision is because you don't know how to say it. I feel like for a lot of you, I'm gonna leave that shuffle just like that because I'm gonna pick that right back up because that's all energy. Okay, um, you don't know how to say it. You're not making a decision about something because you don't know how to say something. It's not the fact that you just don't want to make the decision. I feel like for a lot of you, you don't want to hurt the person's feelings. For some of you, you don't know how to say it. Okay, now the Knight of Cups speak of fire and water energy. So you're looking at, for some of you, it may be, you may be a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or this may be the person that you're dealing with. Or it may be in your chart, moon, however you see fit to apply, do so. But the Knight of Cups can speak of conquest. This can also speak of arrival and a form of deceit and infidelity. So I feel like a lot of you knew that this person that you're messing with was not being true, and I feel like you didn't know how to bring it to the light. I feel like you didn't know how to say, hey, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I found out. I feel like for a lot of you, you're keeping it to yourself. But this also speaks of conquest. So I feel like for a lot of you, the reason why you're able to drink this cup and be on this conquest is because you guys, because the Hierophant is in the upright, you guys definitely spoke your piece. But I believe that when you spoke your piece with this One of Swords, it brought a form of violence. Okay? I feel like for a lot of you, you might have maybe went through their phone or maybe invaded some type of privacy to get the answers that you were seeking, but you got the answers that you were seeking, and it brought on a sense of violence. Also, I feel like for some of you, um, this person just didn't like the fact that you were walking away, and maybe they're obsessive. I feel like for a lot of you, you're dealing with a narcissist. Um, but I feel like you had to step in your Queen of Wands energy. Now, with the One of Swords, this also speaks of conquest. So again, the Knight of Cups and the One of Swords speak of conquest, and this also speaks of intelligence, excess, and violence. Okay, so again, you got your wits about yourself. So for a lot of you, I feel like some of you are Leos, Aries, and Scorpios. Leos, Aries, and Sagittariuses, and some of you are Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios. Okay, definitely feeling fire and water energy here. Now with the Queen of Wands, this again, water and fire energy. Um, Experience. This can also speak of advice, self-confidence. So again, you said what you had to say. You continued on your conquest. The person did not like it. It brought a sense of violence, which can be an argument, a fight, or physical violence. Hopefully, it was not physical violence for a lot of you guys. But the Queen of Wands also speak of experience, advice, and self-confidence. So you had the self-confidence to walk away. And this is why your Three of Swords is in reverse, because it's just like, listen, I'm the Queen of Wands, and I'm not going to deal with the bullshit. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're Leos. Okay, and for some reason, I feel like for a lot of you, you're Leos. I also feel like that this resonates with a lot of Sagittarius as well. Um, but again, if you are not those specific signs, everything is energy. It can be your person. Um, But with the Three of Swords in reverse, this has a placement in Saturn, and this is also Libra's energy, okay? This speaks of, in the upright, it can speak of new ideas, departure. But I feel like in reverse, this is more so regrets, loss, and distancing, okay? I feel like the distancing is coming from you, which you don't mind, but the regrets and the loss is coming from your person. Okay, so I just wanted to touch on that real quick. We're going to go ahead and put these cards back in the deck. Um, but these are the cards that completely flew out as soon as I started shuffling. So I wanted to make sure that we touch bases on that. Now, let's get into the actual reading. We're going to put them on the bottom. Oh, we're going to bring those together. Okay, we separate. And let's get another shuffle match on. Again, that was just completely crazy. How they flew. I mean, they flew out of that deck. Out of that deck, like I ain't got it in my hand. Spirit, is there any messages that you have for the collective for the end of February? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right now. All right now. All right now. You got your Eight of Pentacles upright. Okay. I feel like some of you, the Eight of Pentacles can speak of bad advice. This is also Virgo's energy. I feel like some of you have a friend around you that's not giving you the best advice. I feel like for a lot of you, y'all need to get away from that damn friend. And I hope it's not the Leos, because I actually had a reading with Leos not too long ago about this damn friend. Virgo friend specifically. But again, if you're not a Leo and if your friend is not a Virgo, again, it's energy. It can be moon placement or somewhere in your chart. But you have somebody around you that's not giving you the best advice, and it could be concerning your pentacles. So whatever advice they're giving you about whatever investment somebody's making, get a second opinion. Don't just go off of their advice, okay? Because I feel like this person doesn't like the fact that you have your Eight of Pentacles. Remember, the Eight of Pentacles is only 2 steps away from the Ten of Pentacles, okay? And this person may see that you're 2 steps away from your Ten of Pentacles, and they're trying to fuck your pentacles up. So let's finish getting the rest of the messages. Spirit, is there any more messages that you have for the collective for the end of February 2021? Spirit, is there any more messages that you have for the collective for the end of February 2021? Spirit, is there any messages that you have for the collective for the end of February 2021? That One of Swords came right back out. Remember, before we started the reading, I touched bases on the cards that flipped out first. Baby. Okay. Ooh, yo, it's hot off the press. Yeah. You're a Seven of Pentacles. Mm-mm-mm. Now, I feel like for a lot of you, y'all might have took that advice and it brought a sense of violence. You might have y'all might have fucked this person up. Y'all might have whipped this person's ass because the Seven of Pentacles kind of came into there. It's like, how do you go from the 8 to the 7? And then violence is in between. I don't know. We're not gonna jump to conclusions, but what we will do is we gonna finish get the rest of these messages. Lord knows, I hope y'all ain't with somebody ass. Y'all, I'm not laughing at the fact that the Pentacles may have been lost. I'm laughing at the fact that y'all whipped this person ass. Like, I don't think that person. I feel like for some of you, that person didn't expect you to react the way you did, and if you are Leo, oh, you definitely whipped it. Okay, let me finish. Spirit, is there any more messages that you have for the collective? All right, we got two jumpers, guys. Ooh, we have our Nine of Swords. Okay. Ooh, and we have the Death card in reverse. And your overall energy will be the Ten of Cups. Hmm. Because I think, remember, even touching bases with the cards that flipped out before this reading, I think for a lot of you guys, the reason why you have the Ten of Cups for the overall energy is because I feel like a lot of this is relationship based. A lot of you, you're seeking, I think you're seeking that Ten of Cups with your person. Um, and you're also seeking that Ten of Pentacles, okay? Because otherwise you wouldn't be at the Eight of Pentacles. So with that being said, let's get into that first card, okay? Which is the Eight of Pentacles. Like I said, this has placement in the Sun. This is Virgo energy. This can speak of poor advice. This can also speak of earnings, learning, and prudence, okay? Now, your earnings, obviously, the Eight of Pentacles. Your learning, your learning can come from peeping the poor advice, or this friend or this person can see that you're learning a lot and see that you're two steps away from your Ten of Pentacles, and now they're trying to give you poor advice. Or they may be ashamed, like you may have went to them to ask them their advice, and they're too ashamed to say that they don't know because they can see that you're smart or you know a lot, and they gave you advice not really knowing what they're talking about. So for some of you, it's not deliberately, but for some, it's deliberately. Okay, and I feel like with the One of Swords being next, this also speaks of conquest. This speaks of intelligence, but this also speaks of violence. So for some of you, yeah, that person gave you poor advice and you whipped their ass. Okay. Um, Now, some of you may be a Virgo, or that friend may be a Virgo. Um, but this right here is definitely surrounding your pentacles. For a lot of you, y'all went back and y'all got that person together. Y'all got that person together. Um, the next card has a placement in Saturn and also Taurus energy. That will be your Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Again, Taurus energy. This speaks of success, spiritualization of matter. Okay. Progress. This also speaks of restlessness and impatience. So I feel like because of this poor advice, it took you down a pinnacle. This is why you went in and you you beat the shit out of them. You whipped their ass. Because you knew it was purposely. For some of you, you knew it was purposely. It took you down to that Seven of Pentacle, and I believe that now this is where the impatience is coming from. This is where the restlessness is coming from because you're trying to get back to the Eight of Pentacle. Okay. Now, your next card will be the Nine of Swords, and this has a placement in Mars and also Gemini energy. So again, your friend may be a Gemini, you may be a Gemini. Moon placements chart again apply how you see fit. Again, when you see the Nine of Swords, this is new awareness, this is willpower, reflection. Also, this can speak of wounds and waste. But I feel like if this was in reverse, this would be you guys dwelling on the wounds and the waste of time, maybe with that friendship, and also with going through with whatever you did that you got the advice on. But I feel like for the Nine of Swords, this, again, this is new awareness and it's willpower. It's also reflection, okay? So you guys are just reflecting. And again, through all the wounds and through all the waste, that flower still nourishes, okay? But you guys did, for some of you, you guys did experience a minor setback, which is why it wasn't a major one. Because again, it's the Seven of Pentacles, so that means you only lost one pentacle. But that one was enough for you to go back and get it together. Okay. Now don't forget that the Death card came out in reverse. Okay. Now normally when you see the Death card, you want to speak of, let's say, what must I cut out of my life? I feel like for a lot of you, it's a lot of things that you may need to cut out, whether it's habits. Um, I feel strongly for you. It's the turn up. I feel strongly like a lot of you guys go out a lot. And you may have been going out with this friend. Okay, but as you're going out, this friend can see that you have money to pay for your own drinks. You may not be pressed for a guy to be up in your face, or you always got gas in your car every time you go, or when they offer you gas, you don't need it. It's you'd be surprised what people be jealous over. Um, but I feel like this poor advice for a lot of you came purposely, and that's because they can see that you're in your pentacles. Um, Now, again, when you see the Death card, this is Scorpio's energy. Okay, this normally in the upright will speak of transformation, renewal, new projects, revolution, advancement, change. But this is in reverse. So again, this speaks of violence, loss, immobility. Um, what must you cut out of your life? And I also feel too, by the Death card speaking of violence as well, um, this person may try to come back and retaliate. And this is why I think the violence is showing up again, because they may try to come back. Because again, for a lot of you, y'all did your number on that friend. Y'all got that friend together. Y'all whipped him or her. Y'all whipped their ass because y'all really found out that they purposely steered you the wrong way. And I think it really made you mad. It really made you mad because you worked hard to get to your Eight of Pentacles, and for them to do that and consider themselves a friend, you got them together. Whether that was you cussing them out. Remember, violence also don't have to mean physical violence. It can also mean a real bad argument. You could have cussed them out real bad. You could have told them about themselves, that had their tail between their legs, or physically, you could have whipped their ass. But you did because you came into that Seven of Pentacle. You realized your waist, but also there's certain things that you still need to cut out of your life. Okay, I feel like for some of you, you may be messing with the Scorpio. Um, I feel like this is more so speaking towards this overall energy, which is the Ten of Cups. Okay. Not only did you have to deal with this as far as your pentacles, but remember the Nine of Swords speaks of reflection. So I think not only did you reflect on this situation, but for some of you, you also reflect on a situation that you're going through with a Scorpio. Um, oh goodness, yeah, it's probably a Scorpio. Right under your overall energy was the King of Cups, which is crazy. Um, that's crazy. Now, the Ten of Cups is Mars energy. It's also, it has a placement with Pisces. Um, a placement with Mars and also is Pisces energy, excuse me. This also can speak of harmony, home, wrath, and indecision. I feel like you're indecisive. You're if this was in the upright, it would more so be indecision. I feel like you guys have made your decision. You guys chose to not let your love chakra be blocked off because of this negative situation. But don't forget, underneath that was the King of Cups, which is air and water energy. So you're looking at Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you're looking at Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay, and this can speak of resolution, calm, comfort, but also speak of fraud and corruption. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like a Scorpio will be trying to come back in to give you this 10 of cups. But look how underneath that 10 of cups was the King of Cups, which speaks of fraud and corruption. Okay, now I feel like with this being in the upright, the corruption, ooh, wait, y'all. I just happen to look over to my left, and what do I see? Right under that is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And then under that is the Hermit card in reverse. Hmm. I feel like this person is going to come in with the kumbaya shit. They're going to come in with the kumbaya. And it's going to be... Now... Yeah... You got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Normally this would speak of wisdom, farsightedness, also conquest, but consequences and fraud right next to the King. This is right under the King of Cups. Consequences and fraud, yeah. Not keeping your eye on your pentacle. This person, this Scorpio or this water sign, they're coming back in for your pentacle. They're coming back in for the pentacle. Also, the Nine of Pentacles is Virgo's energy as well. So this person may be a Virgo, but again, with this in reverse, this is not wisdom and farsight. And this only the person is whoever you, whew, child, just honey. This if for some of you that's not going through this yet, keep an eye on your pentacle. This person is coming back in for your money. They are coming back in for your money. And then right under that was the Hermit card in reverse. And we know the Hermit card is also Virgo's energy. So for some of you, it may be a Virgo. You want to ask yourself, what must I give up to end this crisis? Yeah. And this being in reverse, this is definitely isolation, self-sacrifice, slowness, and stagnancy. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of you are self-sacrificing yourself because you, for some of you, again, what was it? The card, what was it? The cards that came out before this, when I was shuffling, they flew out. I believe your first card was, it spoke of, oh, what was the first card? I can't remember. It spoke of not making a decision. Not making a decision. Like you're not making a decision. And with the Hermit card, okay, what must you end or give? I feel like you not making that decision, you knew that this person was only coming in with this 10 of cups. You knew, I feel like for some of you, you knew that they might have been after your pentacle. And again, to have this in reverse shows that you guys are kind of not maybe facing the truth. Like, no, you know, they can't be after my money. They got to really love me because they really came in with this 10 of cups. But guys, no, I hate to break it because look how the Death card, the Hermit card, both is in reverse on each side of this. You have the 10 of Cups in between. Look what's in between is you have the Death card in reverse, the 10 of Cups upright, the King of Cups, and then look how the King of Cups is in between the Pinnacle and look how oh, this is so crazy. Okay, I can't even get it out. The Nine of Pentacles is in reverse on this side of the King of Cups. And then on this side, which will be his left, maybe your right, considering the camera angle, the Ten of Cups is in the upright. So he came in with that Ten of Cups to get to that pinnacle. But for some of you, you're still not facing the truth that this is what they're here for. They're coming in like, oh, kumbaya. No. And with this being in reverse, a lot of you are not keeping your eye on your pinnacle, or you won't keep an eye on your pinnacle because you're so caught up in this, maybe this new facade, this angel. Maybe they're coming in um, being more vulnerable, being a little bit more angelic, being a little bit more caring, something that they've never showed you before. And this is why I feel like for some of you, you might have fell for it. Okay. Um, Now, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to end it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, because right under that is. Whew, it's the, right under that, under the hermit, is the one of wands, okay? And this can speak of decline and abuse of power. So yeah, they see for some of you, you might have not seen through their ways and it's abuse of power. But I feel like for some of you, you will notice it because with abuse of power, you slip up. So they're going to get declined. I feel like they're going to get declined or they're going to decline you either way because the two of cups is in reverse and that's underneath that. And then yeah, the moon card is in reverse underneath that. And then look how the queen of pentacles is in reverse underneath that, which also speaks of an opportunist. So I feel like you felt like for a lot of you with that abuse of power, you decline them. They're not getting that two of cups, which would have landed them real nice in your nine of pentacles. You're no longer seeing the bullshit and you recognize the opportunist, okay? But the question is, don't forget, these cards are still, this Queen of Pentacle and this Moon card is still in reverse. So this is letting me know you recognize it, you're declining them momentarily, but will you stick to that decision? Because these cards are in the reverse. Just because you recognize it, don't mean you stick to the decision. And I'm feeling like for some of you, you don't because the Five of Wands is in reverse. Oh my goodness. Is everything? Yeah, guys. And then you got the Seven of Cups in reverse. But I feel like a lot of you are going to go through all of this to finally see the light. The Sun card. Okay? Also, look what's underneath that. The Lover's card. Okay? Um, you see the light because look how she's pushing him away as if no, 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 no. Let me tell you what this motherfucker did, okay? No, let me tell you all the shit he put me through. He can't even talk right now, okay? That's what that's speaking of. For some of you, this is really saying that you, after going through all this bullshit, you finally decided to just be honest with yourself and just say, you know what, no, no. And then look, the Three of Wands, and then look how you came into self-nourishment. The Three of Wands in reverse, but right under that was the One of Cups upright. You came into nourishing yourself. And look, the Four of Swords upright. You guys, and you're taking time to nourish that. Okay? You're taking time to nourish that. But I'll tell you one thing, the the divine masculine, the justice came out in reverse. They're not getting no type of justice. They're mad and they're losing pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. And they're unstable and unbalanced. Look, their emotions is unbalanced. They have the Eight of Cups. Look how them cups is all knocked over. Look how, yeah, they on the scale, but they all knocked over. Ain't nothing in them. Their emotions is unbalanced. Oh my goodness. The Three of Swords. Yes. Look, Pentacles, child, they Pentacles is just going. Listen, they is going downhill. Divine masculine is going through it, okay? And also, they're not recognizing what they need to get rid of because they got the Tower card in reverse, okay? But right here, you have the Ten of Swords, though, divine feminine. No matter how much they stabbed you, you still stand there with your head held up high, okay? And Spirit is telling me to leave the message there. Divine feminine, I want to thank you so much for tuning in, Divine Masculine. If you tuned in as well, you were welcomed. And if any messages resonated with you as well, take notes and do what you got to do. So, again, I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for every like. Thank you for every subscription.